I think this is day 11 of watching every movie on IMDb's top 250 list. And today's day was Fight Club. If it's the wrong day, I'll fix it in editing. Don't worry. Today's day was Fight Club. Now, this is my first time ever watching a movie. But unfortunately, TikTok, at a certain point of time, there was a lot of editing of Fight Club. Every time somebody makes a movie with like one of the greatest plot twists, Fight Club is always in there. But I didn't see like the clip exactly, but I saw somebody say that, him finding out that he himself is the one behind everything. I kind of saw it years ago. So it's kind of unfortunate, but I very much was looking forward to, seeing the movie, and I really enjoyed it. Now, him doing the narration of his own life was amazing to me. As I was watching it, I just felt like if I didn't know what was going to happen, at least like him finding out that he himself, he has an alter ego per se, right? I felt like if I didn't know that, I would have enjoyed the movie 10 times more. Like more so him finding out that he's behind everything, him finding out that he has an alter ego, if I felt like it would have hit 10 times more if I didn't know before. And the movie was dropping hints pretty much throughout the whole movie. At least I would say up until he met Marla. Another hint was when they were both on the plane and they had the same suitcase. Another hint was when Marla called him at the other house. And then he was like, "How did you get this number?" And then I was thinking, that was when he gave her his number that day when they were discussing of how they wanted to split the night stuff that they were going to, the night meetings that they were going to. That's when I was like, so he gave her the number then. But obviously he doesn't know that that's what he did. And then the fact that he and Marla were fucking, and Marla was fucking his other alter ego per se. And then he wakes up and he doesn't realize that him and Marla are together, in quotation marks. And then Marla doesn't even know what's going on. She's like, it's like this on and off like relationship they have. Marla doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know what's going on. Marla thinks she's with him, but he doesn't think he's with Marla. But sometimes he's with Marla, but then obviously when he's himself again, he kicks Marla out because he could have never seen himself be with Marla to begin with. Now, another interesting thing, or I should say first, what I found out about the reason why Fight Club is a thing, not the movie, actually what was actually happening in the movie. Why it's a thing is probably just for guys to release all the pressure that they have in everyday society. Now, if I were to put myself in that situation, would I say sometimes that I wake up and I'm just angry and I just want to hit something? Yes, right. But will I ever? Probably not. There's guys that box because that's one of the reasons they box. They box just to let out, all the pressure that they have on just everyday things that they have to do being who they are, right? Even a big example in the movie was when the priest was throwing hands. The priest. And then the priest was happy. And they were just following everything he said to the T without asking questions. And obviously you can't talk about the Fight Club outside the Fight Club. Don't ask questions. This, that, and the third. Like, they were, he had people in places I didn't think was possible. One of the big surprises for me was the police station. He had people in, like the police, the detectives were actually part of it. Bus driver, limo driver. He probably had some people in corporate. Like, he had people everywhere. That just didn't make sense to me. How? I don't know. I enjoyed that movie more than I thought I would. Wow. And with the plan that they were planning out and were carrying out, why were they doing so? I just kept asking myself that question. Now, the answer that I think is the correct answer is freedom. That's what I would assume, right? They want to be free. But my thing is, how long is that freedom going to last? Because they're just gonna build the buildings back up and start all over again. It's not. I don't think it's that big of a deal for them. And eventually, they will find out who you guys are. But obviously, the movie after they exploded all the buildings, they just ended the movie there. So we didn't actually get an answer as to the consequences that that follows their actions. But of course, one of the guys died, unfortunately, got shot in the head. That was a graphic scene. Didn't need to see that, but okay, cool, right? I felt like the meaning of that death, I felt like it needed to be a bit more deeper, at least to everybody. To Tyler, it was, or the original Tyler, it was. It's hot in here. To the original Tyler, it was, but obviously to everybody else, they're just doing what they can. They're listening to what the boss is saying. The boss gave him an opportunity to just be free from everything else, all the pressure of society with their jobs. Like, they don't like, some of them don't like, actually, more of them that just didn't like what they were doing with life. Every time they wake up, they're thinking, this is a lot. And then they come to the Fight Club to relieve that pressure. And they fight. After they fight, knock somebody out. Don't knock them out, lose, win. Everybody is happy once they get up. Once the fight ends, they're happy. I don't understand how they're so content with doing what they're doing, but fair enough. But all in all, really enjoyed the movie. Is it a bit too high off the list? Because off the top of my head, I'm thinking about some pretty good movies that I have watched that I'm assuming is on the list, but obviously a bit further down. It's a bit high, I would say. It is a bit high, but it's still very good storytelling, very good character development. I thought Tyler had good character development from, hating the job that he was doing, and then to standing up to his boss per se, even though he was never really scared of the boss, but like with just the demeanor that he went after the boss, I just enjoyed that a lot. I thought the priest thing was pretty good. Pretty good. Like, the start of the movie started a bit weird for me. This whole, like, going to the night meetings, this, that, and the third, bit iffy for me. But great movie, loved it. So now we're on to day 12. See you guys tomorrow.